Okay, in H2 day 1, we're revising some of these sounds that we've learnt previously. So we're revising that when we have CK after a short vowel sound, we're just hearing the k, but we know to use CK after, if it's a short word, short vowel sound, ends in k, we've got to put CK. So we could colour those letters in, and just to make sure that you remember, let's put a little cup on top of the short vowel sound to indicate that they're making their short vowel sound. O, a, e. Okay, in the next ones we're revising that the AR can say R in these words. So AR is an R controlled vowel and it makes a long vowel sound R. In the last one, it's quite a tricky one. We've got the sound. So here we've got spring with the ing, but we're just focusing mainly on that ng at the end. It's quite a nasally sound, and it has a short vowel op before it. So the other thing that you need to be aware of, and we'll get another colour for that, is that on the end of part E, we've already learnt that the Y at the end of a word can make its E sound, and that's the most common way we write the E sound at the end of a word, not EY, it's just a Y on its own. We've also got this CH here, and we've got the SH here that you've learnt quite some time ago. That's all in that one. Okay, let's have a look at what these words mean now, and then we'll do our cover right check. So a block could mean a building block, such as these that you may have played with when you were younger, and it can also mean a block of land or a piece of land. A snack is just a small bit of food that you might have between meals if you get hungry. Sometimes you might have some junk food like chips, but a snack could also be something healthy like an apple. A stack is when you make a pile of something, so a stack of books or a stack of rocks, so it just means a pile of. A speck is something very tiny, very small that you can just see it, a speck of dust, etc. March, now this could be the name of a month, but if it was the name of a month we'd have to give it a capital M, and march is also something you can do where you lift your legs, your knees high, you have very straight arms that swing to and fro, and you have a very stiff body when you march. So sometimes you have to march on sports days, and sometimes when you go to a parade in a city or a town, you will see people marching and perhaps playing musical instruments as they go. Sharp means something that may cut you. This sword has a very sharp blade. You need to be very careful with things that are sharp, that they don't cut you. Party is where we have a celebration, where we'll invite some friends and family around and we'll celebrate something special like a birthday. Spring, it could mean the season spring, where all the flowers start to bloom and the grass starts to grow and the plants start to grow. Or it could be a spring like in a machine, or one of those spring toys that you play with that's just a coil. String is something that we can tie things up with. So you might have a ball of string at home that you use for different odd jobs. Strong means that you've got a lot of muscles and that you can do very tough things, or if you're very strong you might be able to swim really well or run for a long way. Okay, let's read the words, sound the words, spell the words. So we've got block, B-L-O-C-K, 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 B-L-O-C-K. Cover it and write it. So you have to change from sounding the word to spelling the word, because otherwise you might just write a C or a K for that k sound. So snack, 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 S-N-A-C-K, 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 cover it and write it and check it as you go to make sure that you've spelt it correctly each time. If you make a mistake, rub it out and try it again. Okay, you can finish the rest of those on your own. H2, day 2, we're revising CK after a short vowel for the k sound, AR for the R-controlled vowel that says R, and the NG that's making that quite nasally sound. Okay, so let's read the words and highlight the sounds in them as we go. So first colour for the first set of words, we're revising the CK after a short vowel. So I've got b, l, o, k, n, a, k, st, a, k, sp, e, k. So all of those words that end with the CK have a short vowel sound before them. And to show a short vowel sound, we just put a little cup on top of that vowel. O, a, e. Okay, the next set we're going to change colours and we're going to mark the R sound. So I've got R, ch, and don't forget CH, we use CH at the end of a word where we have a long vowel sound, and that is a long vowel sound. Sh, R, p, sharp. Don't forget the SH here is making the sh sound. We have the CH there for the ch sound. SH says sh. We've got p, R, t. And don't forget, at the end of a word, we commonly use a Y for the E sound, not EY. Most of the time we use just a Y. Okay, on the last set of words, we've got the ng. So I've got ng, spring, string, and ng. So that's an NG that we're using for that sound at the end of those words. So these ones you have to write the word under the picture. So this is a spring with, and I think you can probably work out the rest of those. We've got lots of specks of dust there, and they're pretty obvious what the words are. Fill in the gap with the missing list word. There was something of dust on the table. So you have to write in the missing word. There was a speck of dust on the table. Okay, you can finish that on your own. In H2, day 3, we're revising the k, r, and sound. So let's highlight them as we go. So b, l, o, k. So after a short vowel we put ck. Sn, a, k, snack. After a short vowel we put ck, st, a, k. And once again, after a short vowel we put ck. Sp, e, k. We've got the ck after the short vowel. Okay, in the next set we're looking at the R-controlled vowel. So we've got r, ch, and we've got the ch making the ch sound at the end. Sh, r, p. Got the sh making the sh sound. P-R-T, and we've got the Y making the E sound on the end of party. So remember we commonly use a Y for the E sound at the end of a word, not EY. In spring, we've got the ng sound at the end. The NG is making the ng sound, so I've got sp-r-i-ng, st-r-i-ng, string, st-r-o-ng, strong. So we've discussed what those meanings were on day 2, so now we're looking at how to extend those words on day 3. So if we do verb families, we know in the first column we're either adding S. If you hear S, you're going to write S. If you hear is, you know you're writing ES. So we've got blocks, snacks, marches we've done for you. Parties, don't forget to change the Y to an I before you add the ED. Strings and springs. So over here we're adding the ing. So we'd have blocking, snacking, we've done marching, partying. So you have to leave the Y in here because if we crossed it out and made it an I, we'd have double I, and English words never ever have double I in them, so you wouldn't change the Y to an I for party. Stringing, and we've got springing. Now the final one, we're usually adding ED, so we'd have blocked, sounds like a T but you know to add the ED. Snacked, sounds like a T but you know to add ED. Marched, sounds like a T, but you know to write ED. Party we've done for you. Strung we've got as past tense for string, because you can't say stringed, you have to say strung. And spring, you'd have to work that one out. Should be sprang. So we've got comparators and superlatives where we add the or the est to make it say means more and est indicates the most. So you'd have sharp, sharper, sharpest, strong, stronger, strongest. Make the new words. You've got march, just write the word with all the letters together. Take out the add signs and don't put any spaces in. So parties is quite a tricky one, you know, from up here. So we had to write part. You have to take away the Y and change it to an I before you add the ES. Now we only do that if the letter before the Y is a consonant. And you know consonants are all the letters of the alphabet that aren't vowels. So T is a consonant, so that means we can change the Y to an I and then add the ES for parties. Now, link the words and rewrite. So what would hay go with? Hay clean, no. Hay planner, no. Hay stack, yes, that sounds right. Join the two words together to make a compound word and then write it on the line. You can finish off the rest of those ones there. H2 day 4, we're looking at proper and common nouns. So a proper noun is a name used for an individual person, place or organisation. It starts with a capital letter. So we've got examples: King Henry, Mark, Ella and Nestle is the name of a chocolate company. A common noun is used to name general items such as people, places or things. So we've got dog, girl, cookie, boy, lamp, just generalised. So the easiest way for you to sort these into the correct group would to do one colour for proper nouns and one colour for common nouns. So you could go through the groups. Now you know a proper noun, it always starts with a capital letter. So you could go through and highlight all the ones blue that start with a capital letter. You can finish those. Common nouns don't need a capital letter, so you could go through and just highlight them in a different colour. So then you could write all the blue ones here and the red ones there, all the proper nouns here that start with a capital letter, all the common nouns here that don't have a capital letter. Now down the bottom it says proofread and highlight. It wants you to highlight all the proper nouns yellow and all the common nouns green. So Tom lost his bike at Green Park on Saturday. So Tom is a proper noun. It should have a capital letter. You can highlight it. And bike would be a common noun, so it doesn't need a capital letter. So if you do see one that needs a capital letter, just make it into a capital letter to make it easier to read through at the end and make sure you've got all of the words correctly highlighted. Off you go.